Thank God it's Friday. Welcome to the show. I am Moriah Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. And Valentine's is in the air.
Yes, so
how you doing? How you doing, Takwe? Where's your touch of red?
It's somewhere inside.
Somewhere is your
It's somewhere inside. So Valentine's Day is on Sunday, and I got a call like 3 weeks ago, WhatsApp message. A man reached out to me that he wants to book facials and spa for his wife. That do I do that in my office? And I said, no, we do makeup and micro shading, and I only do micro shading. I don't do makeup anymore. He said, okay, that micro shading, I've seen it on your story. I want my wife to do it. And he's paid, his pack. He said, say it's anonymous. Just call his number. I think he's in the diaspora, so he was like, just call this number and let her know that she's been booked for micro shading, and then a few other material was added to it.
That's so nice.
It was so like
romantic. I would really like to interview somebody who is on a long distance relationship. I'd like to understand how that works. You know, when you're here, your husband is over there. What do you do? How do you guys connect? I would really like to have that conversation.
It will be an interesting one. But this one, even on my staff, were like, oh, you're so sweet.
How you doing, Mariam? Let me rush to Mariam. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm great.
Do you have shout-outs, Abby?
Well, I don't. Nima said she was going to send me a couple of shout-outs, but Nima, you forgot. It's not like I've checked. It's not here in my phone. You didn't send it.
Oh, you're looking so pretty.
Yeah. Somebody sent me a message. Her daughter's birthday is today. Oh, Father Lord Almighty. Can't remember if I... Anyway, how are you doing, BC?
First of all, we need to pay.
So I worked all night yesterday.
Oh.
After work, I had a meeting. When I was done with the meeting, I went home and I started the photo shoot. And we're there till like 11 p.m. You people are seeing the hustle, you're seeing the process. So that when I blow, you will not come and say, how did she blow? I don't sleep.
We saw the process, so we can vouch for your process.
Yeah, thank you. So this evening, I'll be having my a questioning session with Zurich Elite Business School.
Yeah.
So
yes, you told us about that.
Please buzz me so I can send you the Zoom
you
link.
mentioned that to us.
6 p.m. today, and I'm hosting.
Yep.
But I have a shout out here. I don't know if they sent it to somebody or any other person. So happy birthday to Oluremi Lekun Iyuade. From Tampa, Florida, USA.
I think that's
10.
Okay, I think that's the person.
From her mommy.
That's the person I'm looking for.
So happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Oluremi.
Okay, there's an Efungbele Oluwashola. She says she's a great fan. Her birthday, I turned 41. Please wish me happy birthday in arrears.
Oh.
Yeah, so
I wish I could find out.
thank God and bless you.
Anyways,
Happy
I have a
birthday,
surprise for
happy
you guys.
Oh, what's happening?
My somebody sent gifts to you guys, to the ladies of your view for Valentine's Day. Where are their gifts? You have gifts? Yes. Where are the gifts? What happened to the gifts?
Yay, this looks big.
Yeah.
Where are the gifts? Come bring it.
Bring the gifts.
This is a big.
Oh, I actually thought it was going to be in the box.
Please just bring
I thought the boxes would be brought out. So.
Oh, wow. Valentine will be boring.
Happy Valentine's Day.
That's
fine. Don't worry for the rest.
Happy Valentine's
Thank you very much.
From where?
I like the girls. Others more.
Ada Small sent it to you.
Thank you so much, Ada.
Thank you, Ada Small.
So happy Valentine's. At least you guys will not say they didn't give you Valentine's gift.
Thank you, Ada Small. I'm even coming to buy goat's meat after the show. I want to make pepper soup.
All right, so let's go on a break now. When we come back, we talk about the papers and then move on to our gist. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Okay, let's start with the Punch. I love my glasses. Oh, I forgot to mention that this is Nima's cap.
Yeah. So nice.
Turban. Somebody made it for Nima. It's named after Nima.
Yeah.
Nima Turban.
Yeah.
So she gave me, Nima gave me. I forgot to mention it. Yeah, thanks.
I'll try it.
Mary Nima. Right. Okay. The Punch. Lekki Toll Gate. FG Lagos police talk tough as organizers vow protest will hold. Are your plans converting Lateef to conventional university? Pastor 72 arrested for defiling 13-year-old girl. And self-styled lawyer impregnates teenager. Buhari, Obasanjo, governors, others mourn as Jakande dies at 91. Schools, hospitals shot as headsmen attack Ogun communities and kill 2. Bauchi Governor Lambas Southern colleagues, Tom says, herders AK-47 is for defense. Senate summons Emefiele SEC DG over cryptocurrency and NIN mandatory for bank accounts and voter registration. Okay, which story are we taking?
So let me take the human interest story.
Yes,
so there's a 72-year-old pastor. His name is Jimmy Odunayo, and he was paraded and accused of defiling a 13-year-old girl. So they live in the same compound with the parents of this girl, and she usually goes into his house to watch television. And then recently, on the 30th of January, she confessed to her dad that the man had been sleeping with her for a period of time. On 4 occasions, he had slept with this 13-year-old girl. Jeez. There's also a 46-year-old lawyer also was paraded by the Oyo State Police Command for defiling a 14-year-old girl. In this case, she was running an errand. He stopped her, gave her soft drink that was laced with some sedatives. Oh. She fell asleep. He raped her. It was until she became pregnant that all these things was unraveled. I was saying to Mariah that when these things are being reported in the papers, they say carnal knowledge, unlawful carnal knowledge. Shouldn't we just call it what it is?
Yes.
It's rape. It still means the
rape
same
is
thing.
rape. Why do we just try to color it different names and terminologies? There's a story that caught my attention. Bauchi State Governor has said that the herders are exposed to dangers of the forest, the animals, the cattle rustlers who carry guns and kill them. And that's why they had no option than to carry AK-47 to defend themselves. Jeez. Because the society and the government are not protecting them. Wow. So I'm like, if the governor of a state
can
saying that, first of all, the guns they are holding obviously are not registered. Obviously. So these people obviously are buying guns from the black market, defending themselves, and you're acknowledging that the government hasn't protected them.
So let me just add to that, because the governor Utom mentioned that, Governor Utom said that we mustn't let to the president, that the presidency needs to speak up so we don't let Nigeria degenerate into a civil war. Because obviously, if a governor is defending or finding an excuse that he feels is reasonable for why herdsmen will be carrying AK-47, which when we are not at war in this country, that means anybody that fears being kidnapped, I can go and buy AK-47 too. I say, you want to kidnap me, I will shoot.
If you want to protect yourself, either you get the security forces, because they are not law enforcement agencies as herders. That's not your job. And even if you want to buy a gun to protect yourself, shouldn't it be done the proper way where it's licensed? We know, okay, this person has this gun, so we can trace or something.
You're beginning. Many people have suspected.
What the governor of Kaduna said, that there's an issue, there's no unity. There's everybody. Some governors are saying this, others are saying that. We're not really.
And our president needs to be the one to bring that cohesion by chatting the direction. This is what we want as a country. This is how we want peace to be achieved.
And I think Professor Shoyinka recently echoed that again. Moving on now to Daily Sun very quickly. Anxiety, tension over hashtag Occupy Lekki toll gates protest in Lagos. Picture of late Lateef Jakande, a former governor and Chief of Lagos State. Kaduna takes innovative steps in fighting against COVID-19. No going back on Southeast Joint Security, vows General Umahi. Why we are yet to unfreeze campaigners' bank accounts, says Malami. Anambra Guba, we haven't disqualified, excluded any aspirant, said PDP. Which story are we taking inside?
Let's take the Southeast. Chairman of Southeast Security Committee, Major General Obi Umahi, said that they are ready to unveil a security outfit in the Southeast. He said that the issues that did not allow the 5 states to come together have been resolved, so they are working together to set up the security outfit, which is basically to protect the lives and properties of their citizens in the Southeast. And they also said that trainings have started already. They are training and retraining the personnel of the security outfit. They mentioned that, IPOB already set up the Eastern Security Network. So they mentioned that is very illegal. They are not working together.
Right.
That's it. Okay. The governors, governors of the Federation, the 36 governors, had a meeting. And coming out of that meeting and they gave us the update, is just to encourage all state governments to put in place initiative that would help modernize cattle rearing, and so no longer open grazing and things like that. So ranching and remember the National Livestock Transformation Plan also. So put in place all the systems that allows for them to follow through on that. Yes. And then they're saying that they're in fighting the war or the farmer headers issues, they're very particular about not ethnicizing the this particular crime. So it's not about where they are from, it is who about the crime itself, and that all Nigerians have a right to carry out businesses across Nigeria.
All right, let's move on very quickly to Vanguard. #EndSARS, FG Police, Lagos State Government warn against fresh protests. Buhari Lawan, others mourn as Jakande dies at 91. Scores injured as transport unions clash in Lagos. Headers crisis, Ganduje tackles El-Rufai on insecurity in Northwest. All right, the major headlines. So the EndSARS protest occupy Lagos, and the government is saying that based on the intelligence at the disposal of the federal government, some Nigerian activists have linked up with others outside Nigeria, including subversive elements, with the view to destabilize the country, and therefore they would not allow that to happen. And the kind of carnage that happened the last time, destruction of property, trillions of naira, they're running into trillions of naira, that they're not going to let this degenerate further. And others are saying that there are real issues. We're having herders-farmer clashes. We're having people infiltrating the various southwestern states. This is not the time for us to be distracted or distract our law enforcement agencies on these issues of protest, and let us focus on securing South. So there are different angles of this, but others are saying they're going out.
So there was a violent clash between members of the National Union of Road Transport Workers, NURTW, and the Road Transport Employees Association of Nigeria, Etim. Yes, it happened in Obalende yesterday, and they were fighting over leadership. So the issues have been ongoing between these two unions for a while now. They've taken each other, dragged each other to the police. But yesterday they were supposed to have a meeting, like have a roundtable talk, and then the violence started. So they started fighting each other. But when Vanguard spoke to some of them, they said each union was accusing the other person. At the end of the day, a lot of people were injured, and some persons, I think about 6 hoodlums, have been arrested by the police. They are carrying out investigations right now.
You know,
I really
it's
don't
so
know
pathetic because other young people in other countries are doing constructive things. They are trying to see what they can do to build their economy. They are innovating, and we have a sect of youngsters here fighting over supremacy with
that the government has looked and permitted and allowed to thrive. And then once in a while when things like this happen, they would do talk shop of, we don't agree with this shouldn't happen, security police.
But you have empowered them.
And you watch them carry out daily activities that are culminating into this.
Where do they get the guns from?
This is just
guns, cutlasses. It was horrible.
Okay, we have to run up very soon, but we cannot but talk about the late Jakande, who died at 91. Okay. His burial is today. Buhari, Obasanjo, governors, everybody have said. So let me read something from Obasanjo and Banji Akitoye. He said, according to the Tribune, he served his nation, this nation, principally through journalism and through newspaper management before becoming an active politician. It must not be forgotten that he served as an editor-in-chief in the Nigerian Tribune at a stage in his career where he acquitted himself as a positively minded, focused, and imaginative personality. I
think we need to celebrate him more because the housing deficits that we have in Lagos would have been much more if he didn't step up and create the housing units we call Jakande estates around. And if only subsequent governments follow through with the policies that he initiated, we wouldn't have what the problems we have now in housing in Lagos. And I think that lessons and memories from his life should be, we must embrace it on a larger scale.
And I mean, Banji Akitoye was reminding us that his legacy projects in Lagos State, he was a planner and original builder of Alausa, Magodo, and Lekki districts. He built Abeson, the largest estate in West Africa, in Ikpaja and Yobo area.
I grew up in Maltu.
He never sought to enrich himself. So I think Lagos State government have actually done a good job in celebrating this man.
Yes,
in fairness, he was well celebrated and appreciated, acknowledged many, many times. And I think that this is one true hero of Lagos State.
But before we go,
and he lived a good life.
Yes.
You see, he did not, well, he was known for his uprightness and the fact that he wasn't ready to enrich himself.
Good.
And we see how God blessed him and he
Gave him
a
long life.
And
Yeah. These are the sort of
what he
stories
does.
we should
So these are the kind
honor.
of stories we must
promote.
because
Honor.
those who are stealing, you must see
They
the
won't
end
get
of
this.
Jakande.
They don't get this long. They don't get this far.
Honor. You will not get this
They don't
honor.
even get this far.
But we honor him and we honor his family and we honor his children because
Yes.
A little
they
good
have
news,
a good name.
please, before we go. A
Yes,
little
please,
good news. So, the chief medical director of the Obafemi Awolowo University Teaching Hospital revealed that a woman aged 101 years survived the COVID-19.
Thank you.
Now, this woman was taken to the hospital. They felt it was malaria, but then when the sickness continued, they had to run the COVID-19 test. They found out it was COVID-19. They had to take her to the isolation center. She was under oxygen. She was in coma, and she survived. Is a testimony.
Let me tell you what it said. She was handled by professional medical.
I want to go and sew CDT.
You know how they just house it nicely.
Honestly, I'm so
Bottom
happy.
line, we have experts.
Please, I would like to know what she does. Does she work out? Zero sugar diet.
The testimony.
But you want to be left to 101?
I mean, if you're in good health,
If you're in good health, I don't mind.
You can imagine all these G's that woman will have when we see
She was doing testimony, thanking God for her
who is
kids.
in her 90s, and I mean, she can't hear anymore.
Okay.
But she knows what's going on.
Yeah.
But her eyes are dimming, and you know,
You start losing your sense of
Her daughter said
self.
it's a long. What did you call it? It's a long goodbye because you know that
So it's shutting down.
She's
one-
shutting down.
It's a
Yeah,
long
she's
goodbye.
losing.
It's shutting down. But I mean, I'm happy that this woman survived COVID.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
good to know. Okay, it's Friday. I think we have a celebrity guest in the building. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Yay.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We forgot to mention Fela was nominated.
You have not mentioned that.
Like,
We haven't talked about it.
you shut down the show
Rock
to
and Roll
celebrate.
Hall of Fame.
Yes.
Wow,
So we
that's
voted,
huge.
and we're going to be voting every single
Every day.
Every
Every
day
one
went
of you,
viral.
let's do this.
Everybody has been talking about it. Even my brother was like, if he knows Fela, if Fela was alive today, Fela probably would say, oh, you know, but just that we have to all vote for Fela because he deserves it. The numbers have come up a bit. I mean, he was in the rating, and I think he's gone up to about a middle range now. They're trying to get him to the second, because we're looking for the top 5.
Wow.
So Africans all across the
online,
world,
Google.
please, you got to vote for our man Fela.
Yeah.
This is the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and we hope that he makes it. And please, you know, it's a good thing for Africa.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
Because
real.
He's an African legend, not a Nigerian legend.
It's already a
Okay.
legend in our eyes, though. It will be good for them.
Now, Valentine is coming. Where is your boyfriend? All right. So we heard there are various signs knowing that if you're a side chick, in other words, signs to know that you're not the original person. In fact, I didn't know this was a problem, my people. I did not know this was a problem until when we talked about it, people were saying that, it's a serious issue in today's times because you're dating somebody, you don't know if you're the main person, that it's almost acceptable now that you're likely to be 2 or 3 or 4. You're amongst, and I'm thinking, for real? I thought relationships were intimate, it was me and you. Now the girl knows that I might not be the main person, and she's comfortable with that. I mean, I
And
understand.
vice versa.
And guys, yeah, God bless you. The girls too are now doing multiple. He's the lucky guy. He's the one in Yanokwaja. He's the other one in London. He's the other one in Kano. Like, they have them spread around.
That one,
Yeah.
for the women, I think it's always been that way. I think it's even sort of accepted that a woman would weigh
Her
the
options.
options, and because you don't know which one will now ask you, because you're
be
dating,
serious.
you don't know
Okay,
the one
that's
that would
true.
ask you.
That's
So
true.
women tend to. Okay, so let me practical experience. When I was going to get married, and I was going to pray about it, and I was born in a white garment church, CNS, and they were like, they gave me a form. They said, present their names. And I thought,
Names?
names?
Only one, I guess.
Joy said, but any other person that is asking you,
Yeah.
so I had to now start cracking my head that, oh, this person was
was
serious.
liking me
This
one
person
time.
was serious. So, but they expect that
First
you should
of all,
have options. And that when you look through the options and pray about it, then you now choose what you want or which one works. So I think that we've allowed it for women, and then for men, we sort of like see it, especially for those that are really, really like boboyish.
You see, I agree. Let me then rephrase. I agree with having options as a woman, because I would even support a girl to date, move around. But I'm talking about when you want a serious relationship, because Valentine is around now. Of all these options, who will get the gifts?
You will get all the gifts from one of them. Morayo,
no, that's you as a girl.
People. I don't like
it. I'm talking about the man. Who would he give gifts? How many people do you want to give gifts to? And these days, that the gifts have to be bone straight and everything. How many people would you give gifts to?
Some people like flowers, some people like bone straight, some people like money, some people like a movie. So different things. Although I don't agree with you that women tend to multi-date. I think women usually tend to be the ones to have one particular person. Men are the ones that usually have options, and that's why you'd hear usually when they break up with someone, like, he got married 2 months after he broke up with me. Because you were many options. And for me too, like you, Mariah, I don't see anything wrong with dating, multiple people. Please, dating, because I know Nigerians will come for me now and say, hey, it's different.
Dating means you go to the movies.
Yes,
go out
to know
to dinner.
people. You should have options. It's very important. Especially as a young girl, you're getting to know yourself, you're understanding yourself, you're building your career, you're building yourself. It's also the time to get to know different people and how you vibe with each person. Now, for being a side chick, I think when you're in a relationship, don't let that. I'm not talking of those who are getting married now, but you're dating. So being a side chick, don't let that be your main focus. Do you understand? Yes. We're all dating everybody. That's not your problem. There are the things that you expect from a man. If he provides that for you, then you can take it to the next step. Valentine's for me is not even the day where you determine if this is the person for you. I mean, gifts are going left, right, and center. I hope that when you decide to be with someone that you end up marrying, it's not that on Valentine's Day he showed up or he didn't show up, because there are so many reasons why someone would not be there. There's also the part where they say if he's not there, that means he's with someone else. That's a possibility. But also, I've seen people that they have been with in those Valentine period who are not
the main person. But if you're not with me on Valentine's Day, what are you doing?
Exactly. So that brings me to what I wanted to say, that one of the ways that you can even tell that I'm likely the side chick in this relationship is every holiday that is supposed to be celebrated with family, he goes MIA. You don't see him.
So we're talking of husbands now.
No, even the boyfriend. If he has you as a side chick, he will want to be with the main chick on special days.
Yes.
Christmas celebration, Easter celebration, you know those kind of celebrations. You mix it with family where they go to the home and all of that. And every holiday from beginning of the year to the end of the year, he goes MIA on you. You are likely the side chick. There's no two ways about it. He doesn't want to, now everybody likes to flaunt their relationship on social media. We are just holding ourselves because we don't trust these social media people. If you leave us here, we will be flaunting too. And then you are in a relationship where he doesn't even as much as post your picture.
On the story set.
On his story. You are a side chick, sister. Confirm. Not Facebook, no picture at all. If somebody looks through, they cannot even attach you or tag. You can't tag him. He wants you, don't tag me to any post. Sister, you are a side chick.
What if
you're not that way inclined?
No. What if you're comfortable being a side chick? Like, you know what? I don't want to be a main chick.
But Mariah, we need to answer this question. Because you've not told us your own
story.
Based on what was your own experience when you were dating? Did Mr. Brown spend Christmas, New Year, all those periods? Did he come to the house to see mommy on those periods? What was it like before you got married? I'm trying to remember.
Why are you asking me the questions? I thought I'm the one that asked the questions around here.
No, but I'm just curious.
But no.
I know she didn't.
My own. I wouldn't even think my own husband. I don't think. I can't even. I'm trying to understand the questions. But in my own story, not with my husband though, I found that. Remember, I think I've shared the story before where I found that I was a side chick. Okay. I did not know that the guy had a main person, and the main person was living in the US. So I'm there dating this guy, thinking that it's just you and I and everything, and things were cool. And just one day, I called him up. He didn't pick up. And I was out. Usually when I go to his house, we just hang out because he has siblings, he has sisters, and his house is always full of people anyway. So that particular day, I called him. He didn't pick up. And it was, I think it was Christmas. It wasn't Valentine, it was Christmas.
That's how you know.
It was Christmas.
And he
That's
didn't
where,
pick up.
you know, Christmas family and everything.
Family!
The guy was living in, if I mention where he's living now, people will know him. So I drove to the place and I parked the car outside. I saw a lot of activity in the house. And there was no light. The generator was on, so he couldn't, we couldn't hear anything. So I walked sideways to his side of his house. And when I got to, because I was living like the bungalow. So it was a bedroom. I went to where his bedroom was. And I saw somebody on his bed, sitting down very comfortable, as if it's her room. There was a little girl coming in and out, and he was there talking, they're laughing, and his sister came in, the brother came in, and they're having this family excitement.
Excluding you.
And I'm there like the spy, like looking through the net. Like, oh my God, I have been a side chick. So this is the real person. Oh my Lord. Now,
what if you were
that day, I didn't want to know,
cousin?
because I knew he had a daughter. He told me he had a daughter in the US. Okay. So I knew that I saw the daughter, but this girl, that's his daughter, because she looks like him. And I saw the lady, I'm like, Abi, is this the wife? Abi, you know, I was trying to pick it up.
You didn't stick around to find out.
As I left that house, I deleted his number. He called me, I just blocked him. So that's where. So there are times where I know I don't want to be a side chick, because on Christmas, I think it was Christmas Eve or something like that. I thought we was going to hang out. He was there with his family.
So what BC said is very important with social media. If you're dating someone who is social media savvy, because some men like some people are not on social media.
At all.
They don't post online at
that
all.
One is different.
You can understand. But if you're dating that is social media savvy and he can't acknowledge your relationship online, then he might be hiding something. And it is we are in dangerous times. Many men have their wives abroad and they are in Nigeria living as single people.
This man wasn't married. Let me clarify my situation, because the people without start talking. This man wasn't married. He had a daughter with a lady. And he told me that him and the lady were not together anymore, but she lived abroad. But that was a lie, obviously, because the lady came back with the daughter and they were chummy in there. So I thought, so that's what happened. I wasn't going to say he was a married man, because he didn't social media not say.
So, but what I was saying is a lot of married men are currently living in Nigeria, and they have exported their wives and children. So essentially, they are living like they are single, and they might meet a girl, and the girl will come to the house, and everything looks like, oh, this man is ready for marriage, and in actual fact, he is taken. So you need to be deliberate about what is he doing, what's online, what's like snoop. Girls need to be more. You must be turned to FBI and be checking what's going on, because you will find traces that you might just be.
All right, well, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we'll continue this conversation and hopefully bring in our special guest. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still on this issue of how do you know you're a side chick? And I shared my own personal story. I mean, and if you ask me the signs that I saw, I mean, when I was in relationship, when I go to his house, his sister is always there. She wasn't very nice with me. She wasn't very pleasant. She would just say, and she just sit down in the living room. Me, I'm sitting right next to her. She won't have a conversation with me. So all those are little things I picked up. And I'm like, wait, maybe why does this girl doesn't like me? But I didn't even know. It didn't occur to me. You know, but until that day, I saw what I saw. Everything now clicked. I didn't sign out of the marriage that my producer said. I didn't sign out. I just left it and I moved on. Even till now, the guy never knew why I left. Wow. I mean, he's probably going to listen to me. He never knew I just left.
Or maybe he saw you driving off and thought, woo!
Thank God. Good riddance.
So how,
before I would have agreed, like, okay, all the signs you need to check, to pick on if you're a side chick. But I've realized now, especially very recently, I heard a particular story that made me realize that the person that determines whether you're a side chick or not is not, you know, you cannot tell. It's the person that makes you the side chick that can tell who the side chick is. So this is what I mean.
He's the principal player in this.
Yes, because he's the one that has, you're all pawns in this game. So he's the one, this particular story I heard, you are the face on social media. You are the one that they take out and everywhere. But there's somebody somewhere. We don't know the sort of conversation he has with the one in the house or the main one, you know, as it eventually panned out. She was aware of the people that they hold hands with, take pictures with, put on social media. And when it was time to settle down and marry, he went for the other one. And the other one had always known. So in her mind, she was like, these are the side chicks. These are the ones that just like to disturb him. This is just for show. I am the real person. So if you were to use social media to determine if you were a side chick in this position, How would you tell? So my own is just pray you're not with a deceitful person. You should ask questions. Really, there should be red flags, I'm sure. You know, like things like you said about holidays with family and things like that. We have heard of people who have gone to meet fathers and mothers that have called them, oh, my wife. But you are the 5th one that showed up that day. You know, so just pray. You know, you don't end up
I want. They're all complicit in this.
Yes. You know that. See, this life, just pray that you have a good head. Because I've seen relationships where somebody sits at the background and feels all these people that are coming, they are the side chick. He will come back to me. I'm the main person. At the end of the day, one of the side chicks collected your guy and you had nothing to fall back on. So it's really dicey. It's just about meeting the right person who values you. And you can tell how the person respects you, how the person pays attention to you, how the person feels for you. And I know that there are players who can actually compartmentalize their feelings and feel for you and take care of you and take care of you. In that case, it's difficult to even tell where you are, but somehow you would sense that they make you, that they put you above every other person.
Let me remind you,
take it to the place of prayer. Take it for me, honestly.
In relationship,
yes, in relationship, I take it to God because there's some things you will never see. And then some things you will see. I've had someone that I felt by all standard, that I very early in my relationship dating world, that wanted to marry me, and I just knew that this person might be good. My parents liked him, but I felt I've been praying, and he just made a statement that just made me know that this cannot work. Simply by making it look like I can't pursue my own interest. He had created a picture for what his wife would be and what the wife would do.
And you didn't fit in.
And I know that this is not what I don't want you to cap me and say this is what I'm going to be. It didn't work. Someone else too just held my hand. The way the guy hold my hand, I say, if you punch me, I don't die. And like he didn't release. I was trying to like let me go, and it didn't. It was so firm, and it wasn't. You know, there's some things. So you must pay attention, to the red flags. And you must be sensitive. Don't just throw your body like that anywhere, anytime, and then pray. This marriage thing is prayer.
If I share this story, I hope this person is not watching. Because I know this person well, and he was able to manage 3 chicks very well. He said compartmentalized. I didn't remember him. I said,
the guy is good.
Oh, goodness me. He will treat you like you are the queen of the queen. You will think that you are only you.
I don't know that.
And there are 3 he's servicing. Perfectly servicing. And he's doing them. You do dinner, your own dinner, maybe your own, you can let's have brunch, let's have lunch, Valentine. He'll make you feel so special. He has dinner with another person. Then he slept over at another person's house. I know this person. Hey, Father Lord, I hope he's not watching.
He won't know.
He's all the way in America.
You will know now.
He's all the way in America.
He's all the way in America. You are sent to America now. Maybe he's here in Lagos.
So the truth is that there are some men that do that.
But
if you're a woman, they're very good at it. But if you're a woman, you find yourself in that situation where this man is just totally deceitful.
And you
I would just say, listen, that moment is the moment. You're an adult. Enjoy the moment, but also accept who you. Know yourself. I know that you cannot. It's not what you want. And if it's not what you want, leave. Have the confidence to leave. Some women don't have that confidence. Just maybe eventually. If you do that, you're wasting your time. Love yourself enough to say, you know what, I deserve better. I deserve to be the one and only in this relationship, and then walk away.
That's if you find out.
What I do when I used to do
when you were dating.
When I was dating was because naturally I don't like to play second fiddle. In fact, my own case was so bad that if a group of friends and you probably were liking somebody before me, maybe the person now turned away, and then you now face me. I will say, wait, happen. You saw all of us. You picked that person, follow the person, or walk away. I won't even think about giving you a chance because you didn't. I was not your first choice. I was very particular about being your first choice. So when I get into a relationship and I realize that maybe there was somebody there before I came in, what I do is you have to tell me where I stand. I have to establish dominion. System. I need to know if it's only me because I am a handful. You can't handle me and somebody else.
Men will tell you are the only one. It's not this Nigerian man.
So I find out.
Only you.
So I do my due diligence. What would find out if I'm the only one or not. So what we used to do in the university, we spy. You send your friends to spy.
Good.
You
That's
set
where
him
I wanted
up.
to go.
You set him up. Let a fine girl come and let's see how it's going. We do that a lot in the university as a young person. So I had the time to do all of that to be sure that I'm the only one. That there's
I need
no
to give you one gist though.
But let me just say this.
I have introduced. Somebody said he liked me very much.
Okay.
He lived in Abuja, and I was in Jos at the time, and I had a friend that lived in Abuja. I called her. I said, "This is this person. This is." Meet with the person. Let's see. He fell for that one.
Oh, Jesus! You see?
Well, I don't know if he fell, but he went in.
All in.
She actually was like, "Oh my God, he's so Nigerian." I said, "No, I didn't tell her what he was trying to tell me." I was just like, you know, this person.
And they did.
And then, well, I don't know what he was doing with her, because when he now visited Jos, he was now trying to visit us. I was like, did you ever meet? He was like, yeah, once in a while. I'm like, hey. When I know that, what has been happening, you know. So it's important to also have that sisterhood relationship where people keep an eye out for you. Can't do it.
But I wanted to say something concerning what BC said, and what you also mentioned. When you find out that you're being played, I think that every woman, every girl, every woman should have a sense of dignity and self-worth, what you're bringing to the table. And when you pride yourself on the value you bring in, even if you are among three, they will pick you out.
Yes.
So it is when you feel insecure and you're feeling like your attachment, your confidence is linked to the quality of relationship you have. With or without relationship, you're good. If it will see the value that you bring, the confidence you have, it will pick you. So if there is anything like that, me, I've always felt like I am so packaged.
You should stay there.
No, I'm saying that for a girl that doesn't know. I'm saying this generally to all single ladies.
You are clueless.
You are clueless. You are in a relationship. Don't attach your sense of self-worth to how it makes you feel on Valentine's or any other day.
Build yourself.
Tell the guy if Christmas Day, this is a red flag. But why do you spend Christmas Day? Let him understand that we need to grow our level of confidence and speak up for ourselves in relationships politely.
Christmas Day, don't visit me.
I like
this.
So let's see. Okay, that's going to be quick. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. So we've had this conversation, and now we're going to be having our guest to join the conversation. But before we go there, do we have any tweets so far on what we've said so far before bringing our
Yes, we have tweets. Tiger Lee says, it doesn't mean you will remain being together, probably because everyone already seen it on social media and there will be no room for side chick or mistress. Sometimes they just want it on the low. Many people just want a low profile. Yeah. That's talking about the side chickism we're talking about.
So today, Baba today says there is no due diligence in relationships. The person only wants to have you and shun others. After he gets you, he does his own thing. Another person said, ladies should always listen to their sixth senses when they are about to date.
Please, Olorunleke says, I'm a single guy. Flaunting girl on social media as a proof that she's the main girl in a big scam. I flaunt many girls plus my main girl on social media statuses and timeline, but I still know who my main girl is. I think what's important is for that girl to be more focused and real, and that's what I'm saying.
All right.
The player determines the side.
Let me bring in our guest. She's a Nigerian multiple award-winning actor who came into prominence in 2008 in her role in Reloaded. She's still one of the screen favorite with a huge fan base, using her movie roles to make positive impacts. Welcome with us, Ikpe Etim. Hi,
welcome to the show.
Hi, no, it's always lovely to be in your company. Yeah. Thank you for having me this morning.
Thank you, thank you. So we're talking about side chicks today. Valentine is around the corner. And we're trying to help ladies understand if they are the side chick and how they can handle that situation. What's your general view on this issue of side chickism?
I think a relationship is between two people. But then again, oh my God. I'm sorry, my dog is...
It's okay.
Can I just open the door for him to step out?
Sure.
Just a second. Do you mind?
It'd be nice to see you.
Sorry.
It would be nice to see the dog.
Nice to see the dog.
The dog was probably going to pee, so...
I would like to say hello to the dog, Mr. Producer.
All right, so for me, I think that relationships are between two people. And when you have a case of cheating, that's when you have a side chick. Say hello.
Hello. What's his breed? That looks different. What breed is that?
Sorry,
what breed is that?
He's a whippet.
Ah.
He's a whippet.
Whippet. Nice. Interesting. Different. Okay, so you're saying
Greyhound family.
Oh, Greyhound family.
Yes, and I think it's just yes. I think society generally has allowed has allowed a lot of things go unnoticed, and then we've come to accept that there will be side chicks. But I don't think it's something we should accept because it is what is going on. Right. It's a choice to be a side chick or not. I don't think that. I don't think anyone should just wake up and decide I'm going to be a side chick. But then again, some people do make those choices.
But shouldn't we put the responsibility on the men? The men are the ones that make them side chicks. So instead of making the women feel like, oh, you would accept it to be a side chick.
I'm not. Okay, listen. So a man says, "Hi, my name is." Let's assume his name is Peter.
Right. Oops. Oh. Network. Oh, inside, we can't hear you again.
It happens everywhere in the world.
Asking. You have a choice to say, no, I will not have this conversation anymore.
Right.
And honestly, yeah, because I've had, and this is a conversation my other half and I were having the other day, and, messages from a particular person, and I thought, why are you still doing this? I've said to you that I'm
with someone
in a relationship. And he would say, yeah, but I just want to be friends. No, I don't want to be your friend. How about that? And then after pushing you away for a bit, still come back again and say, hi, I just thought to say hello. I miss you. Miss me from where? How do you know me? Do you see where I'm coming from?
Right.
So there's also pressure, and some women do not know how to handle pressure. And so, because there's also the thing that says, just keep asking, just they ask and you go green, you are becoming
right. Okay, let me throw in a few questions for you. Go ahead.
How do we handle, because we know that the ratio, women to men, women are more. And somehow, everybody wants to have a man. How do we handle the fact that the men are fewer in number and would have more women than just every man picks a wife? There will be girlfriends, there will be side chicks, there will be second wives, third wives. Even the wives, they start as girlfriends before they get into the house as wives. How do we handle that, knowing that women are more than men? Shouldn't we just tell ourselves the truth and open it up for men to marry more than one, like the days of our fathers?
You start with your husband.
Okay. Now, I'll say something. That's an interesting take you've got. But then again, who made it? Who made it okay for the man? Don't you think it comes from a patriarchal point of view to have more than one? Would it be okay, even with the lack of men, for me to have 4 men as my husband?
Yeah. Right.
Patriarchy.
Because it's that's my point. So there's so many women. I accept that we have more females. But why are we pressured to get married? Is that why you were born? To just be born so you can be married? There's a lot more to life than just having that as marriage as a feat or as the trophy you must attain. There's so much more.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this.
And if you have that, there would be no pressure to be a side chick because there are too many women and I need a...
You need a man.
Right. Okay.
So let me ask you this question. You're a very confident person. You're very opinionated. How was, before you got into this relationship, this partnership, how was the dating scene for you? What was the general perception of the African man to your opinions and the personality that I see that you have?
Okay. A lot of them actually do not respect women. And it's very sad to say, but you know, the lack of respect, which is what probably might drive a younger woman to go for a much older man, because they're looking for a father figure, someone who would treat them better than their contemporaries. And on the other hand, the much older man would probably be looking for a trophy wife to show off to his friends, because it shows he's still virile, he's still young. Do you get where I'm coming from?
Right.
Yeah.
And so they tend to leave the much older women alone, who now don't find their contemporaries to date or be in relationships with, because the much older man can still father kids with a much younger woman, but definitely not a woman his age. So it's neither here nor there. But then you also have the father that says that the reason why a younger woman would go with a much older man is money, and status and security.
Right.
Those things might come to play, but also there's also the argument that it could be love. But when it's turned the other way around, you're more likely going to say that they're in love. So everything will count against them either way.
And so let's come to you for a moment, because Valentine's is on Sunday. What are your plans? What's that?
That's my anniversary, by the way.
Sorry?
It's my anniversary, by the way.
Oh, really?
You're definitely a lover girl.
Paint us the picture. Show us the picture of what Sunday's going to look like for you. What are you planning to have? What would you like to have? What plans have you put in place already? Give us an idea, because many of us are in here in Nigeria. We don't even have an idea what to do. We don't know. We are clueless. So paint us a picture of what you're thinking for Sunday.
Okay. First, there's the lockdown, so we certainly can't go out for a meal. We would probably just have a normal day, apart from the fact that we'll be thankful that we are together, which is not something that a lot of people might find. I would definitely cook a meal, and we would have a drink or two. New bed sheets, some bed sheets.
No, there's some bed sheets movement, which is good.
Okay.
So she does a bed sheets movement.
Watching Inse.
And I think I will get flowers. I think I will get flowers. I always get flowers.
Nice. Okay.
Inse, you've been here with us once before, and I know your energy. You're just explosive. So what I expected was we're going to do some flying,
skydiving.
There's a lockdown.
Bungee jumping,
something.
Okay. What was it last? What was it like last year? Just
last 2 years ago.
Okay, what was it
last year?
Yes. So what is a typical Inter before pandemic? What would have been a typical Inter Valentine celebration?
Okay. We would actually normally, for the times that I've been here, would go to Scotland and be away.
Okay. Why Scotland? What's up with Scotland?
Yep. We'd go to Aberdeen. Most times it's been okay. We've done Edinburgh on our anniversary before, but Edinburgh or Aberdeen, and then we do the things that adults do. How about that?
I'm interested in the
Okay. I'm going to go on a quick commercial break. We want more details. You're not giving us enough details. What do adults do?
Exactly. I want to
There's a name. We're going to break. We'll let you think about it. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We still have Nse with us. Nse, are you there?
I'm always here.
Yeah, great. So one of the things we've observed is the pressure on people to give gifts during this season. They're not sure the right thing to give. Girls are not sure what to give their boyfriends. Boyfriends are not sure what to give their girlfriends. In your view, what suggestion do you have for people on how they can make the best of this Valentine's season with gifts?
So let's say I'll start with when there wasn't a pandemic. I tend to prefer what do they call experiential gifts? Yeah. You know, like maybe like flying. Like you can, if someone has a dream or had a dream of becoming a pilot and never quite became that, you can get them a gift like that. If someone enjoys, I hope it's not too early to talk about alcohol, whiskey, you can get them a whiskey and it can be in their name. Right. And then you can get, let me show you something. So I did this, I think this is about 3 years ago. So it was a letter in a bottle. It's pretty cheap, but it's a keepsake. Do you see what I mean?
Yeah. Nice, cute.
So I just wrote a letter, just write a letter, put it in and tell them how much you care. This thing's, it's not so much giving me a house or giving the person, things that, they might prefer that. It depends on what you like. But little things that are memorability is really, nice. And sometimes, if the man can cook for the woman, or if, because most times women tend to do more of the cooking, right? Yeah. So if it's the other way, and then if it's a case, man does more of the cooking, the woman can decide, today I'm cooking us a meal, something I've never made before. Nice. It can come out a disaster. But the fact is, you both did it together. And you had fun together. Right. So that's something that can happen during a period like the lockdown now.
Cool. All right, cool.
Yes. So, Inte, we have a few young girls now. We have young girls watching, and some of them would say, "Okay, I have these two people I'm dating, and one brings this really expensive bouquet of flowers, and has a lot of money, and this person now writes you just writes a card.
The other person.
The other person writes, gives you a card. And she's trying to make a choice. Okay, who do I finally go with? Because here in Nigeria, the more you give, it means you're generous. If you give a card, it may not necessarily mean that you don't have much. It's just that you're stingy. What do I tell a young girl, coming up and dating and met with such a dilemma?
Judging a relationship
based on these gifts.
I'll tell you a story before I answer that question. So, I think it's getting to 8 or 9 years ago. 8 years, I think 8 years. I'm not quite sure when I got married. I hope he doesn't hear that. I had a few people who were, who were in line, not for marriage, of course. It was just people wanting to date and all that. And someone had given me so much money and had just literally sent me so much money. Wow. And my phone rang. And it was my present partner who was calling to ask for my hand in marriage. There I was with a whole lot of money. I said, can I call you back?
What a dilemma.
You have money.
I have love.
Right.
Yeah, but the funny thing is, it was, what are the thoughts behind the money? And what are the thoughts behind just the question? Right. What are the thoughts behind the card? Sometimes it's not what you see. It's the things that you don't see that truly do matter.
Absolutely.
It's the things that you don't. And we're still here. He hasn't given up on me, neither have I given up on him. So I probably did make the right choice.
Yeah. Wow. That's a nice love story.
Please, I want to ask a question. Oh, sorry, because it sounds so sweet, but you don't. I'm a PDA person, and I like to put my love on social media, though my husband doesn't agree, so we're not as much. But I don't even see yours. You're a known face, but you don't put anything about your relationship like that online. Why?
I'll see why.
Because I've come to accept the fact that my life will constantly be scrutinized by everybody, which is something I've had to give up. I've given up my privacy because of the kind of profession I'm into. So do I want him to be part of that which I suffer? No. So it is actually love that makes me keep him away.
Was it your choice?
And it's not because I don't care.
That's what she said.
Or is?
More of my choice.
Okay.
No, it's not. Okay, should I say, we haven't spoken about it a lot because I know that a few people who've been there on my page send him messages and say to him that, oh, she never puts you up. But is that where I'm up here? It's not for you to see that it's perfect. Right. And I'm not saying that people who put it there don't have a perfect relationship, but I'm comfortable in the fact that I have something I can call mine and I'm not sharing it with anybody, so I'm selfish with them.
That's nice.
Awesome.
I like
that's
that.
Cool.
That's
yeah, so, Nse, I know that in the African context, when women are about to choose, or young girls are about to choose who they marry, they put financial security they take it very important, especially for people who come from poor homes. Growing up, I had a lot of people around me who had to make a choice for the money as against the love because they wanted to be in a position where they could help their parents. Now, I want you to give an advice to parents that are raising young people now. What are the sort of things they need to do to ensure that their children are confident enough in their skills to make their own money so that they don't choose a partner because of financial security first?
The first thing I'd say to parents who think it is not the duty of the child to take care of the mother. It's the other way around. We have been forced to believe that when we work, we have to take care. No, we don't have to take care. We don't have to take care. We have to take care of us first. And that's why a lot of people are under pressure. Oh, my family has to do this. I would like my mother to have this. I would like my mother to have this. Yet you don't have a job, but you want to come to another person's son or daughter to take care of your family. It doesn't make any sense to me. And that's personal.
Right.
Do you see? Because that pressure where, okay,
okay, we're trying to get her back because Nse
was
entering the
cocoa of the matter.
Oh, goodness. Okay, we have to wrap up. I wanted to find out what she was working on.
Yeah.
Nse, are you there? Nse, we lost you for a minute.
Here.
Yeah, we lost you for a minute, but it's okay. We have to wrap up soon. But I'd like to know what you're working on. Let me know what you're working on so that we can at least catch up with you and your career.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I'll just say that. Okay. So parents should just instill a sense of self-worth. Right. So it's not, you don't get bought.
Yes.
Right. Fantastic.
Even if he has money, it's because you truly like it.
Right.
Yeah.
And so for my career, well, that's been fantastic. Even though it was a year of pandemic, and I'm thankful for it. So I've got a few films in cinema right now. I've got Sanitation Day. And I've also got Fine Wine, and I've got a few more I've got a few more coming. There's KOB, which should be on Netflix really soon. Wow. Fingers crossed.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
And
can't wait.
That's the Wait. The Wait, which is also
congratulations.
For women who wait and wait.
Yes, you have been busy. Wow. Congratulations, Nse. We look forward to seeing those movies very soon. Well done. Unfortunately, we have to wrap up now, but thank you, Nse. It's always a pleasure having you on the show. We love your insights, your experiences, your thoughts. We appreciate you. We love you so much, Nse. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Happy wedding anniversary to you.
Yes, happy wedding anniversary. All right, guys, that's all we can do. All right, guys.
Thank you.
Okay. That's all we can take on the show. We wish you all the best. What are you guys doing for Valentine's? Anything special, ladies of your view?
I need to rest my body. I'll sleep.
what
I'll
are we
have a massage.
Well, we are going to be with our families.
Exactly.
Well, I'm going to go to dinner. I have to find a way. Even if it's in my house, I have to go to dinner. We find
There's
dinner.
one fish my husband bought. I'll grill it.
We have to run. We have to run.
We have to
That's
really
all we
nice.
can take.
Sweet.
All right. See you Monday, guys. Have a fabulous weekend and a safe Saturday. Please be safe, especially in Lagos. Stay safe. See you then. Bye for now.